and some sort of Allen wrench. I don't have the Allen wrench that came with my magazine down here with me right now, so that's only if you're running a CO2 gun. Other than that, you'll just need your gun and the appropriate cleaning supplies. So first, what you'll do if you're running a CO2 gun is, if you have any gas in here, you'll take that out and set that aside. So then first, I'll show you what you need to do to maintain the magazine. First, you'll take your silicone oil. I recommend using the little straw that it comes with, and you will take, and obviously you'll fit that on there, but the areas that need to be lubed on here are in, hold on, let me bring it in, is in, there we go, lube in here, where, if this is only if you have a CO2 gun, but other than that, you won't need to lube your mags if you have a green gas gun. So for CO2 users, lube here and there. And then if you, like I said, if you're running or using a green gas pistol, that need not apply to you. Just use obviously your green gas lubricates it. So then first, and this is only if you're running 1911s, follow whatever instruction for your pistol, but here, with my 1911, you need to push out, obviously drop your mag, which it is, push out the body pin, and, hold on, sometimes it can be a pain. Push out your body pin, go to the first cut in the slide, and then you'll have to push out your body pin. Okay, this is taking me. Hello YouTube, this is Gucci with Heathen Airsoft here, and today I'm going to show you how to disassemble and clean your 1911 gas blowback pistol. So supplies you'll need obviously are your pistol itself, your magazine, some paper towels and Q-tips, which I do not have, but I'd recommend them, some sort of silicone oil, and I'm using Lubriplate, but white lithium grease of some sort. Just something that's good for greasing your metal on metal, but do not use it and get it on anything rubber. I repeat, do not get it on anything on rubber. So I just gotta grab another tool for the magazine. Give me a second, I'll be right back. And I'm back. Okay, so for the 1911s, you just push out your body pin, slide right off, and that's all you need to worry about. But obviously this applies to any other pistol, or any other gas blowback. Just follow whatever disassembly instructions for your gun per the manufacturer. Just with 1911s, that's how you happen to do it. So first, I'll work on the lower frame first, and then I'll move up to the slide. So first, what you want to do is you want to take your paper towel or Q-tip or whatever, and wipe along the frame rails. Just clean out in there. Get any leftover grease and gunk and grime. And if you play in dusty areas, I really recommend using a toothbrush, because it'll help get all that sand and grit out of there if you play in dusty areas. So like I said, just wipe out and then wipe. Just bring your hammer back, wipe off up here, and wipe off down in there, and that's all you need to do. So now I'll move on to the slide, and then we will lubricate it and reassemble. Okay, so first, with your slide, what you'll want to do is take and remove the recoil spring off whatever nub it is. I recommend you really only apply this video to 1911 gas blowbacks of either green gas or CO2, because disassembly processes are different for different guns. But then what you do is you turn the little barrel bushing counterclockwise and pull your whole outer barrel and inner barrel setup out. But right here's that. You can clean that. Adjust your hop up right here. This is your little hop wheel and whatnot. So then what you want to do is do the same thing you did with your frame. Just wipe off in there, get any grit and whatnot out, and just clean it out and whatnot. So So I love this gun. I can't say it enough. It's really dependable, and I prefer CO2 because it's a little bit easier to find at any bigger box store than it is green gas. The only place I've seen green gas where you can buy it other than the Airsoft retail store is Dunham's in Duluth, Minnesota, aside from Airsoft Station, and I don't even really know if there's anywhere else that you could buy green gas around, unless you use propane, and you can get that at any big box store. But I prefer CO2 because I just like it. So, and I lied, actually, you will need Q-tips to apply your grease to your frame rails. So let me go grab some, I'll be right back. Okay, turns out I don't have any Q-tips, so for this, if you have Q-tips, obviously squirt a little bit on your Q-tip, but for me, I'll be using the end of my finger, but then just run the lube, run it all the way inside the frame rails and whatnot, and then just once you reassemble, just cycle it a couple times to make sure everything's functioning as it should. So, yeah. But like I said, I really can't say enough. Elite Force and Umarex have done a really good job with their lineup of pistols. I really am impressed, and I'll say it, and I just can't say it enough of how much I really like them. And if you haven't seen already, Evike is stocking Elite Force's rebuild kits. So if your Elite Force CO2 1911 is down, just head over there, and they're selling magazine rebuild kits for $14. So if you have a magazine, or you pick an Elite Force up off eBay with some damaged, then you can save the money having to buy a new magazine. You can rebuild 2 magazines for the price of 1, because their magazine rebuild kits are like under they're like 14 and change, like $14.95 I think, and then they have complete blowback, or not blowback, but your air nozzle housing and everything, your nozzle that does everything for $14, plus all the appropriate springs too. So you get everything you need for less than buying brand new. So if you see an Elite Force on eBay, buy it regardless of the condition, because you can rebuild it for the fraction of the cost. And now for all the people, if you bought an Elite Force off Evike's Boneyard, now you can rebuild it. So yeah, I mean, I just can't say enough good things. I really love the Elite Force pistol line. So yeah, and I just personally prefer CO2 anyway. So then what you're gonna do is, once you've appropriately greased anything, if you have a green gas 1911, you would be putting some silicone oil, just dropping some in the blowback, or in the housing for this. But since it's CO2, it's dry, you don't need to worry about that. So what you'll do first, slide the barrel in, inner and outer barrel, and then you'll, hold on, there we go, slide that in, then you'll lock your ring around there, then you slide that piece in, and then you'll just put in your blowback spring, and hold on, boom. So then that, your upper slide is completely lubed and maintained, or maintenance is done for that. And then right here, if you need to spray some silicone oil right here, and then drop the hammer back, spray some down in the hammer assembly, and that's it. So then just take and slide them back together. Hold on. Reinsert your bobby pin like so. Bring it back. cycle it a couple times, make sure everything's functioning as it should, and then if you have any grease that came down onto the pistol, just wipe it off. And there, you're on the step to maintaining a very great pistol. And this, like I said, will apply to 1911s, CO2 or green gas, and that's all. Because if you take, especially the CO2 Elite Forces, if you take care of them, I've read reviews on some things when I was first looking into buying one, and people have said they've had them lasting for upwards of 3 years just with taking proper care and just with how robust Elite Force's system. And you can indefinitely have a pistol going now that they're selling rebuild kits. So I'll have links to the rebuild kits in the description, and I'll have links to Airsoft Station on the pistol, and that's about it. Like, comment, subscribe. See you on the field of battle. Gucci signing out.